and welcome back to Open for Business. My name is Melanie, and this week we went on a scavenger hunt to find another great and unique small business tale to tell, and boy, did we hit the jackpot. Just outside of Whitewater, about 20 minutes or so, lies a small barn on the property of Ken and Caroline McBride. The barn houses a sweet refurbished country furniture and decor shop called Apple Butter House. The shop's owner, Caroline, says that the Apple Butter House was built around the old-time stories hidden in the furniture that rests inside, but we discovered that the story of the Apple Butter House alone is just as fascinating. Stay tuned to hear all about Apple Butter House and to meet and connect with owner and operator Caroline McBride. See you soon!
At the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater, we're passionate about learning. Our talented faculty members blend teaching with research, creating hands-on learning experiences for students. Warhawk Pride thrives at UW-Whitewater, where student-athletes excel on the field and in the classroom, where diversity is celebrated. A tradition of excellence. Find your passion here.
The Department of Communication offers students the opportunity to explore the world through the faculty-led travel study program. The course consists of both in-class lecture and a 3-week travel component at the end of the semester.
You have a life that is insanely busy. You don't have to give up so much time to do a 3-week travel study, and you can compact a lot in 3 weeks.
The course is worth 3 credits and is open to all majors. The program features group travel with peers and faculty.
I think the benefit of traveling in a group like the travel study is there's always somebody there to experience new things with you, and you always have new friends to gain.
Travel Study offers a variety of travel destinations, including a trip to Ireland every other year. Develop new relationships, participate in enriching cultures, and experience personal growth while abroad.
With the travel study, it was so great being able to go to places and really experience the value that they can give to our own culture and just to me as a person.
For more information, please visit
Welcome back, and let's get right to it. How does the love of old furniture spawn into a flourishing niche business? What can you expect when going to Apple Butter House? Where does the story begin, Caroline?
I am out in the middle of nowhere, probably one of the most beautiful spots in southeastern Wisconsin with a Whitewater address. Started this business probably 40 some years ago. I can't even tell you a date because I've been doing it forever. I do a lot of country decor. Now they call it farmhouse. You know, it changes names through the years, but my big thing is the furniture, and I love like 1800s, so I'll go buy an old cupboard at an auction and beat it back together, and I like to leave them original because, you know, there's not 100 of them around. There's only one because John built it for Mary, you know, because she didn't have a cupboard, you know, so it's all that one-of-a-kind kind of stuff. I started in a little chicken house. It was small, and I mean small. You couldn't get more than one person in there at a time, but that's where I sewed. That's where I hammered a cupboard back together. So then I opened up a shop in our house where we had the room. And then now I have this shed, which I love. And I've just been doing it forever because I love it.
Now that we know how Apple Butter House came to be as it stands today, what kind of histories have been discovered through all of the hard work? What's the importance or value in saving these unique pieces? We'll find out when we come back.
What does it mean to be a Warhawk?
It means allowing myself to dream big and think outside the box.
Pushing the limits of what I think is possible
seeing ideas through from start to finish.
Collaborating with professors and peers,
and seizing opportunities in the community to put my knowledge to use.
I'm studying abroad,
learning another language,
and listening to the stories of others.
I'm making lifelong friends and fearlessly sharing my gifts with the world.
As a Warhawk, I stay balanced,
take great care of myself,
and get out of my comfort zone.
I refuse to let the past determine my future.
And I'm taking confident steps in the directions of my dreams.
Sometimes it doesn't make sense.
And other times it couldn't be more exciting.
But I will keep my goals in mind and never quit.
Because
that's the Warhawk way.
Caroline has collected many stories to share through her furniture adventures, but she has one particular story that still keeps her going. Let's take a listen.
All these old pieces have a story that brings to mind a cupboard I should have kept because I loved it. Big old butter yellow cupboard, had Sarah Morris's name on the back. Sarah Morris died in 1860. Her dad was a fur and lumber trader from Livingston, New York, and the obituary was more about her dad than her, so she never got married or had children, but he must have been a prominent man. And that board on the back with her name, you know that that was part of a shipping crate from New York to when they settled in Otsego, Wisconsin. I don't know, that's the kind of stuff I like. You know, you might not know what it is, but you know, it's a story. People are getting so far removed from their roots that, like, when they look at an old piece of anything, they'll go, oh, you know, Grandma had that. The peace of mind that they can go back and just think about what it used to be like.
We love hearing our shop owners talk about their passions and what drives them to keep going, even when the going gets tough. When we come back to close the show, Caroline will talk about her motives and the pride she takes in nurturing Apple Butter House to its full potential.
Here at UWW, we put a lot of emphasis on shaping your involvement. Involvement helps you get to know more people with similar values and goals as yourself. The Student Involvement Office can help you get involved with organizations on campus, or we can help you start a brand new one. So what are you waiting for? It's time to shape your involvement at UWW. If you'd like to learn more, stop by UC 127 or contact us at involvement@uww.edu or call 262-472-6217.
We're back and ready to close the show out strong. So what is the real joy and motive behind Apple Butter House? What sets Caroline apart? Let's take one last look.
Since I'm way out here in the country, it was hard to get people out here. You know, why would you open a shop up out in the middle of nowhere? Well, one reason was it was extra money, because when we first got married and had kids, we didn't have any money. So the extra money was, you know, go out for pizza or whatever. I don't know, I just love it. I just love it, you know, and being at home, there's nothing better than walking out the back door to go to work, and then you meet the nicest people, and I don't know. And like I said, it's the story, the old time and the simple life, and when they're out here, They can listen to the frogs sing. They can feel the simple life. They can smell the air. There's not the hustle and bustle. And I'm honest. You know, I think that's a big part of it, honesty and the stories that go with it. And I think my heart's in it, and I think that means a lot to people too. I do the major part of it myself. You know, I'm a small business. I'm a one-man show pretty much, you know. And I don't know if I started hiring people to do some of my jobs, is that going to take away from the look that I have, you know, because everybody's look is different. You know, when you're an artist, nobody else can paint that picture for you, and I guess that's how I feel about my furniture, is that it's my livelihood, I guess. I don't know what to say, what it means to me. I've done it forever. I love doing it, and I know I'll do it till the day I die. You know, it's a part of me, fixing old stuff up. And the funny thing is, I never liked history when I was in high school, but there's something about an old piece of wood that tells me different, you know. So it's funny where your connections lead you.
Thank you to all business owners and Caroline McBride of Apple Butter House for providing us with great stories and serving their communities with the products and services they need. Once again, we're closing it up for the week and cannot wait to be back one last time to tell you one more great small business story. My name is Melanie, and thanks for stopping in. We'll see you next time.